Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Alex.
I am Mariela.
And today we're going to talk a little bit about vision boarding and what that means and what that can look like and all the variations. It started a couple weeks ago, a conversation that came up listening to some podcasts and YouTube videos about vision boarding. So I listened to this one podcast, and it was this woman, like a spiritual coach, kind of talking about energetic clutter and kind of clearing up space in your home and what that kind of represents for you and what that energetically kind of does for you and your like abundance and inviting in of things. As well, I had watched this video, and it was this woman who's about abundance, but uses Feng Shui. And she talked about vision boarding doing it in 3D. So kind of like your space is your vision board. And so what your space is what you're inviting in and what you're asking for. So if you take a moment, think of your space and think about what you want, what are you inviting in if you look at your space?
So it could be your office, it could be your house, what else? Your bedroom.
Yeah, and every
you have one room.
every room and every room has a different energetic charge. So, but if you think of your bedroom and what takes place there and the energy that's there, so we can say relationships and rest and like well-being.
Abundance too.
Yeah, and the living room is the place that people see and you invite in, and where different activities take place. So, but that's where people see you, and that's where you show up into your space and work, right? Your workspace, wherever that might be in your home or in your office or wherever. What's your car? I mean, I don't like to think about my car. But it's a space that I'm in a lot, and it helps get me from one place to another. And it's really important because what is life but a journey from one place to another? Well, let me tell you.
So wise.
So wise. But so when I was listening to it, I was just like, wow. And I've been feeling kind of stagnant lately. And I'm like, this is a way to shift energy, right? A way to, or at least have the ability to try and manifest, and something that we kind of have control over. And it gives us a lot of time and space to reflect on ourselves and what it is we actually even want. And how are we even inviting that in the first place? So there's other vision boarding. She was the one who was like, let's do vision boarding.
Yeah.
So,
and I was thinking, so in Feng Shui, you were talking about specific places in your space that will be dedicated to specific area in your life. So it could be money, it could be relationships, abundance, social life, professional life, right? And so in the website that you found, then you can check personally, like where is the spot for what in your space. And so we were thinking of putting our vision boards in a specific place where it will have a better energy, so that it can attract our dreams, and then they can become true.
and a lot of people might already know the idea of just vision boarding in general, which I believe is a great act as a way to think about what you're aspiring for and having that visual component and tapping into that part of your brain, that creativity that you're trying to bring something in. And I actually still like vision boarding. I really enjoy the actual vision board aspect. So yeah, you can put it, depending on what you're vision boarding about, you can put it in a certain aspect of like area of your home. And what Marielle is talking about is in Feng Shui, there's, I've heard it said key numbers, like, key like energy numbers, or KUA, I don't know how to say that, numbers, but you can find it online. It's within the Feng Shui realm. in terms of it's finding your energy number. And then every year there's some parts that shift, but ultimately, like I'm a 6, and so the West is my area of success, regardless of what room. And that's the direction I should face, or my head should go towards that way. Or if I'm focusing on health, I believe mine is the Northwest, or North, I forget right now. And then I would be taking into account that kind of stuff. So depending on what it is you're either vision boarding about or you're really wanting to focus on, is where you're going to put that focus. And yeah, but then the idea of our space being that, I find is really cool.
3D.
Yeah, it's our 3D vision board.
Yeah, so how do you decorate? How do you want things in your space? Like, I haven't figured out mine yet. It's exciting too to think about that. I was rebelling against it last time. Because I was like thinking, what if you decide you want something that will destroy the environment? What if, and we were talking, it's too materialistic, or like, is that going to fulfill you? Why are you working your mind towards something that is not really going to fulfill you? Because material things are just material things. But I was listening to another podcast the other day, and the guy was saying, if your soul gets excited about it, it doesn't really matter. It's not like the ultimate fulfillment thing, but it's something that will give some enjoyment to your life. And you don't have to think about how is it going to become true, or all the details and what ifs, because the universe is going to just put everything together, and it would do it perfectly. So it's in harmony with everything else, the same as whatever else appears in your life.
Yeah.
So I was just really excited to think that way. Then I don't have my judgmental mind just destroying my dreams already before doing the vision board.
Well, and one thing, like when you're saying, but what about this? It's like clamp. What about this? Clamp.
Yeah.
What about this? Clamp. And it's like, well, if there's all these tight holding pieces, where is there the freedom for anything to actually happen?
Yeah.
Right? And I think naturally, if you are a person who is working on sustainability or has certain ideas and beliefs, then the thing that's going to come to you is going to fit those values.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, you can ask, you can try and harness whatever it is that you want. But I wonder if it's like that feeling, that motivation behind it, that is more important. But everything I've listened to, they say you can really kind of bring anything you want into fruition. I think that's where my holding is I'm like, I don't want to ask for, I want to ask for like these concepts to come into my life and change my life.
Interesting.
But I'm scared to ask for something specific and concrete because I don't want to realize that it's not actually real. That's a fear I have.
Yeah.
And just because I have that fear, it's already dampening the energy around it, right?
Yeah.
And
but we're going to play with it, right?
Exactly. Because how else are you going to get comfortable with something or even just feel it out as if you don't even try?
Yeah. I want to actually see if it works.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things that you can really physically try. And ultimately, what you put your energy and attention towards, what is it? Where your attention goes, your energy flows. And I 100% believe in that. So if you are surrounding yourself in what it is you want, it will manifest. That's just what I believe because you're continuously bringing your awareness to it.
Yeah, and everything is just energy. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a belief.
That's quantum physics.
So I'm like sure about that, and I'm glad.
Yeah.
And so if you put good energy out there, good energy is coming back. That's it.
Yeah. And like when you think about it, how have you felt when you've done a vision board, right? I know when I've done it, I've felt excited. It kind of like gave me some hope. Yeah, so there was that excitement there. And then when I'd look at it, I'd feel good. It would be like, ah. And the last one I did was actually when I was going through a challenging time. And I kept it for a year. And it was things I was working on and harnessing on. I think I already had so much of it. But sometimes when you have it, sometimes you still can't even see you have it.
Yeah.
So then I took off the 2017 sticker, I think is what it was. And then I let it be for 2018 as well, thinking I needed more of it.
Yeah.
And this year I got rid of it. Not because what I wanted was different, but I think I know, not that I know what I want, but I was really just wanting like peace. I was wanting connection and belonging, and I feel like I've brought a lot of that into my life, that I don't need that to be my only focus. I can like brighten it up and ask for other things or want other things.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I haven't done an actual vision board, which I think would be really cool. But not this past weekend, the weekend before, I did change around my living room because the west is where my TV was. And I don't really use the TV much at all. And that's where my TV was. And I just wanted to make sure, number one, let's get the TV out of the way. And then I went through all of my books and I really tried to pare them down to which ones really I value and speak to me or are important to me. And I feel like all my books do. But I'm also holding on to the past. It's also holding on to the past. It's just straight up that, yeah. And ideas of who I wanted to be in the past, right? So I bought these books and I either read these books or used these books in the past to help me get where I am now. And so I'm trying to hold on like, oh, but they were so important to me. They were so important to me. So at some point we have to continue letting go, or I needed to continue letting go anyway. And so that was the extent of what I did this weekend, or last weekend. This weekend I was doing some karma yoga at a retreat center.
Yeah. You were doing some other decluttering.
Exactly, yeah. And, but yeah, so I'd like to do another vision board, but I'd like to see how I can make my space my vision board. I think that's really exciting, but I think I need to like do something a little more concrete, like maybe do an actual vision board and then see how I can bring it into the space.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. But I'm thinking with my beliefs, you could actually do, you know how you do a physical vision board and you cut pictures and you put like drawings or whatever you want, letters, words. You can just do that with your mind and just paste them in space.
I believe that to be true. The funny thing is I'm like, my brain doesn't work that way, Mariella.
I want to see it.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
She's really good with that visualization piece and being able to see
the
things.
thing is that there's so many people in my house. And so I feel like my dreams will be in other people's space too.
So?
That's fine, the dreams in other people's space. But like, I can't picture the actual material, like something in my space.
But I think that's the idea is you'd need to see it all the time, right? Like.
And there's things that belong to other people too that I can't move.
You don't have to move it. You just have to bring something else in, like add to it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I can't really move a lot of things because there's other people in there. In my bedroom, probably will be fine.
Everywhere will be fine. First of all,
true.
You don't have to lighten what you want to accommodate everybody else. You can
But I'm
all
not.
have it.
It's in my vision.
I know, but to be able to literally have the visual like hit you,
Because you
hit you.
want the visual.
Uh-huh.
I'll do something just for you.
Yeah, but you can invite all kinds of symbols that represent that,
Yes.
right? So like we all know like what symbolizes like fortune, like money or abundance and that kind of thing.
Or seeds.
Seeds, like whatever it is to you that means
Or
that.
sand. Or a picture of the stars.
Yeah, whatever it is that means that to you, it can still fill the space and be great in the space. It doesn't have to be like Mariella's vision board for Mariella only. But you bring up a good topic because it is hard when you're in a space with other people, right? To make that space some of your own.
Oh yeah, I would like to get rid of some books that belong to other people.
Maybe it's time you do. Maybe get them to... Anyway.
I'm not doing that. It's okay.
But yeah, so like I said, this is something we're going to be playing with the next little while because it's something we're both interested in and we connect to.
Yeah.
So the concrete vision boarding, the what do you call it? Whatever. The other concrete vision boarding and 3D vision boarding is some things we're going to be playing with. So we'll attach some links into our video, and so you can see maybe what we're talking about or things that kind of inspired us to share this with you.
And maybe we can share something we made for our vision board.
When we do our vision board.
Yeah.
And we're in the time of Leo, so it's a time of energy. It'd be a good time. Enjoy. Lots of joy.
Yeah. And childlike thinking.
Yeah. So it is a very an abundant time to be doing that as well.
And we're in the crescent moon, right? Still?
Yeah, like it's...
So we can...
It's waxing, it's growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's growing. So yeah, we'll have to post something that we do and show you guys. And we'd love to see whatever you might be doing, or throw out a comment under the video, or, you know, in a private message to one of us. We'd love to hear. We'd love to hear what you're up to as well. So we will sign off.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful evening.
Yep.
Or day, wherever you are. Bye.
Bye.